Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? So, something that I think a lot of you don't really know about me is that I'm really big into interior design and home decorating. I got into it, playing Animal Crossing back in the day, things like that. And I just wanted to show you guys something I've been working on. I just fixed up my room pretty nice, I think, and I wanted to show it off to any of you, like interior decoration heads, that might be following me. So we're gonna go check this out, all right? So the main theme I have in this room when I was putting it together is history, right? So what I was going for is to just show like the real history of the architecture and sort of loop it in with history of myself, So, well, this is more functional. I've got this mirror here. That's just, to check out, make sure my outfits are looking good. This is my bed. Now, to the untrained eye, my bed just sort of looks like it's not made, right? But if you really take a look at it, it says a lot about the room, and it does a lot for the composure of it. So, like, look at this. See, so you have it up against this window, but the pillow is on that side. Now you'd think the pillow would be up there. Problem with that is, these days I usually don't go to bed until 9 or 10 in the morning. So the sun comes up at that point. And with the pillow up here, you get just sun right in your face. And so that was something that I went about fixing, but I still wanted it to hold the feel of the room together. You have this duvet on this side and that duvet on that side. So this side, it shows where I used to lay facing that way, whereas that duvet shows this way. And having this duvet over here really helps out a lot because since there's no headboard, the pillows fall off of the bed pretty frequently. Like, look, this pillow, I've decided to just leave it here. I think it looks nice, but it did fall off the bed. I was able to keep this one up on the bed. And then so when that pillow falls off, I'm a guy that likes two pillows, so what I can do is I can use this functionally and like roll it up a little bit and put it on top of the other pillow. And it gets a sort of same kind of effect while still holding true to the whole feel of the room. All right, let's take a look at this, my bedside table I put together. Not so much a functional piece of the room, more of a visual aspect of it that I really like. You see, you got, the thing about this is you have this book stack here. You've got Uzumaki on the bottom. It's a Japanese graphic novel. You've got this sketch pad on top of Uzumaki. And then on top of that, you've got this copy of The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. Now, I bought that about a month or so ago, and I made a point to read just about 40-50 pages of it and leave this big bookmark that's actually a Village Inn coupon, I believe, so that that I didn't make it all the way through, but it always looks like I'm starting a fresh book, whereas in reality it's just the same book that I never even finished from about a month ago. So it's a really low-cost way to keep the feeling of fresh knowledge being put into a space. You know what I mean? Same with that. We have this Canada Dry can sitting on top of this old drawing, pretty poor drawing of an inkling from the game Splatoon. Next to the sketchbook, that sort of gives you this feeling of like working on your craft, somebody who's like really out there grinding, like trying to make their dreams come true. Now the thing is, I haven't touched this in about a month and a half. Everything on here has been the same. So it's a piece that you look at, it's not so much a functional thing. I like to call it my self-improvement table, because when you look at it, it really gives you a feeling of like there's some real stuff happening here, like there's some real improvement going on, working on artwork, getting exercise, reading books, just keeping yourself on top of things, you know what I mean? That is, of course, purely aesthetic. Nothing there is to be touched. And then over here we've got this storage corner, I like to call it, It's also pretty good aesthetically, but it does function too. So see this shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. I like it a lot. So I like to keep it close to my bed. So I just throw it on the ground there next to this backpack. 3 backpacks actually. What is that? An obtuse triangle leads the eye. You know what I mean? Of course, storing more clothing. These sweatpants I got recently, those are always there. And here's this chip clip too. And then, so the next part is my desk, you know. So I play video games every now and again. Like to call this my gaming desk. So heading over on the way to the desk, you see this little setup I have here. We got this Cherry Pepsi 2-liter. I stole that from work, and so I like to leave it here sort of as a reminder. I didn't steal it purposefully, it was an accident. It was a nice memory. I had that Cherry Pepsi for like a week. I was drinking on it. Never put it in the fridge. It stayed great. So it's appreciation of your job and a reminder to always be honest with your workplace. Got some more assorted energy drink cans here. One all torn up, one's pretty intact still. And before we get to the desk, this is something really important I want to show you. Let me catch my breath. At the base of this desk leg, I've got 3 bottles of adult gummy vitamins. I think it really adds a sense of support both to the desk, to the leg of the desk, and then it also adds a sense of support to myself, because regardless of how many times I forget to take these on a daily basis, I probably get around to taking them once a week or so. It really just feels good to have the vitamins nearby. I sort of pick up a really health-conscious energy off of them. My personal favorite item is the desk here. So this is where the biggest part of the whole history theme comes into play, as you can see. So for starters, I bought this laptop. I don't use it. I like to keep this 10-hour video on loop, muted of course. And you know, the laptop was only about $1,000. For such a beautiful piece, I think that's a small price to pay. Moving on to the rest of the desk, something I've got here, I've got this Nintendo 3DS that I set down on top of some mechanical pencils. Of course, it's collected some items around it, some Pepsi cans, bottle of Hydroxycut that hasn't been opened in a while. So it sort of shows that, like, good intentions followed by passage of time kind of a thing. So this is my setup for playing my video games. And if you stack it on top, there's only about 1 or 2 of these games that I actually play. But if you buy enough games physical, then you can build up a pretty decent stack to set your Switch on top of for when you actually play the games on it. And just as an added little boost, I put this book here down at the bottom. Coming around to the other side of the desk, I put some more cans strategically placed, just like on the other side. I think it adds a lot of texture. One of the last stops on our journey here is, sorry it's gonna be a little bit dark, I like to keep the lighting pretty minimal in my room. We've got just, you know, an assortment of collected items. The reason that I leave these sorts of things here is I like to, you know, remember the types of energy I have taken in. And see, this is sort of a companion piece to the desk over there. It's on more of a higher end side. You see we've got The Tale of Genji, which is one of the oldest novels ever written. Let me take a quick break here. Alright, I'm back. Pardon me. So it's a little bit more of an intellectual companion piece to my bedside table over on the other side of the room. And on top of that, we've got this really nice bottle of Crest Pro Health mouthwash. You see, the thing about this is really combining old with new. So yeah, that's about it. That's it. Thanks for watching the video. I know it won't appeal to a lot of people, but I hope if there are a couple of interior design buffs out there, they can really get a kick out of this and maybe take some inspiration from some of the stuff I've done. And if you have any feedback for me, also any idea of something that you think could be a little bit better, I'm always looking for feedback. So one more time, thanks for watching. Maybe some other day when I get it all finished, we can show you the rest of the apartment. Tune in next time.